Vegas, heading to Utah. We're gonna be hitting Toquerville Falls first and set up camp for tonight. Should be a good day. All the Lexis. We are on the trail now. I'm taking point, so got everyone behind me here. This is Toquerville Falls. Not expecting too much or it to be too rough, but just pulling it up on the Onyx real quick. I'm letting my buddy Sharon take lead so that I can get some footage of my truck. That's the downside of always doing content creation, is most of the time I'm videoing everybody else's rigs while mine can be connected. But the good thing about having friends is I can put my camera on their trucks. The wheel bearing nut cap came loose. One of the Lexuses is having a little bit of trouble with the rear air suspension, so gonna see what we can do.
I've done it before like that. It's worth a shot.
So ended up, we ended up all lifting up on the back while I hit the button. That did it, but look at this view. We're not too far from the falls now.
With the ride height fixed on the Lexus, we were able to push on down the trail.
sec. So right now we're running into problems with Jay's suspension. It's bending his fenders because it's so tucked.
Sure, go down
But-
here to the water, right? We're gonna cross the water, yep.
We'll see once we keep going. They say it's harder to go back the other direction,
There's a couple crossings.
but I guess we'll see. Come take a look at the conditions of this water crossing. That looks fine. Oh, it looks pretty washed out.
I'm worried where to go after this.
Yeah, because I can't see a trail.
Where do you go after this?
I think you drive the creek for a bit.
Yeah, you gotta drive in the creek.
Ugh. This part of the trail is pretty challenging with water crossings, pretty bouldery. It's a pretty good little water crossing. Everybody's making the crossing now. Back on trail after everybody made it through the creek crossing. Still got quite a bit of trail left ahead of us if you look here on Onyx. Hopefully we can get off this trail by dark and make it to the cliff. I'm taking a tail now.
Yeah, just stick to that line right there, Jay. Okay. Trap pick.
The water crossing up here.
The deeper one.
It's flat though, so y'all should be good.
Roughly got an hour and a half left of sunlight, so if we want to get back to camp on time, we gotta punch it. staging area, aired back up, and we're gonna be hitting pavement to get to camp. So I'll see you guys when we get there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it to camp before dark, but I was able to get this awesome view of all of our rigs rolling in. Made it to camp. We're setting up right now. My rig's set up over here, right on the edge. And then we have a common area through the trees and up the path. This is it. Alright guys, we're going to sign it off here. Because the rest of tonight is going to be members only content. So, see you guys in the morning. In the morning, we were presented with spectacular views of Zion National Park. This is one of the most amazing campsites I've ever stayed at, and it was easy to find myself sitting around for hours, just staring into it. Morning guys, I unfortunately did not make sunrise this morning, but we're heading out of the camp spot. We're going to be camping here again tonight. It's just way too epic to pass it up and go to a different spot. But we are headed to some local trails, so I'm gonna take you along for that. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day. We are on Flying Monkey access trail. We're gonna just follow this guy, see how far it goes. But we got myself, Adrian, and Chris in his GX Daddy Daycare Off-Road. So, let's see where this one goes. That looks cool on the left over there. I wonder what that is.
Check it out.
I mean, I think it's just rising up. All right, now shake that yacht. It wasn't too bad, I don't think. At this section of the trail, there was 3 directions we could go. A large waterfall, this smaller mild waterfall, and then a bypass. We opted for the smaller waterfall. Shortly after the waterfall, the trail became extremely narrow and hugged the cliff edge. So I opted to do a little recon and see how much further it would look like this. Everyone else opted to return. So I just continued and ended up turning around up here. But these views are unmatched. was at this point of the trail where everyone wanted to go up the larger waterfall that we opted to bypass before. The factory 8-inch diff and the GX 470s are known for being pretty weak, but I didn't think they were going to be this weak.
Straight. Keep it straight. Keep it straight on that. Yep. Back up.
And just like that, this trail became a whole lot more interesting. Rear diff just broke, so we're gonna be pulling the drive shaft, get it back to camp, probably pull the diff apart, take all the chips out, try to limp it on two-wheel drive. Well, rear diff blew out. We just removed the rear drive shaft, but got it in front diff locked, so gonna limp it off the trail. Rear end's still gonna be popping and shit because the rear axle are still spinning, but we'll see if I can limp it back out of here. Driving the GX off the trail now. We pulled the rear drive shaft. Rear axle is still popping like crazy. Sounds really bad, but you know, it's already broken, so I don't care. I'm thinking that if I pull the third member, clear out all the chips or whatever's in there, drive it back.
All right, we got a car coming inbound.
But maybe I can get it back to
Let us go.
I was successfully able to get the GX back to camp, stay one more night. Then the next day I picked up a U-Haul, drove it back to California. We got her strapped down. At the end of the day, I still enjoyed this trip to Utah, and I plan to come back later with a stronger rear end and continue all these trails. When you live this lifestyle, things are bound to break, but adversity is part of the adventure. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.